we've seen his true colours over the last couple of days.
Yeah, some movement on the 9. We figured it's a little quiet with the golden breaks this week after what we saw at the Whirlpool Masters, but you got to figure maybe sometime today or tomorrow, big golden break's coming.
Yeah, look at this. The 1 and the 2 sitting up, and the 3-9 combo is there. I think the first rack will be swift.
Yes, it will. And I think, you know, FSR, Filler, both were in kind of an awkward favorite position as a favorite in the last round. And I think they'll both settle in. I think every player that advanced through that final 16, it being the first match of the day and such an important match to, of course, try and win the event. I think all the players are going to play a little better this evening. He wants that to slow down a little bit. No reason to get too close to his work. Now a little chip shot off the right edge of the 3.
Yeah, it wasn't the 3-9 combination. It was the 3-9 kiss shot, wasn't it?
You know, Hannah had mentioned the Mosconi Cup and how this could be 2 guys in a big moment come December, and it's a big moment now. And I personally kind of feel like they're going to have plenty of big moments throughout the year, these 2.
Yeah, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz well clear on the European qualification list, so he's going to be at Alexandra Palace. And how would it be possible not to have Skyler Woodward on the USA team, whether he qualifies as of right or receives a captain's pick? He must be there, surely.
Yeah, and I like his chances of qualifying through rankings, of course. And Skyler, who's, you know, no coincidence these results he's having. Of course, a little nerves at the beginning of the tournament. Wants it so bad, but putting in time at some smaller ranking events. Of course, trying to accumulate points, but playing the best in the world, that's how you get even better.
Skyler Woodward.
Well done. Fluent rack. Back on level terms. I think we're going to see a high standard contest here.
And really haven't heard a whole lot from him since. I got this thin. This is going to surrender a very easy shot to get started.
Yeah, I think
The
I need to check
beats
that, please.
came in
I
there.
had my eyes on the other balls. Can we just have a replay, please? Check
Now,
whether the
Marcel
cue
Eklent
ball hit
is
the rail.
checking whether to see a cue ball, or any ball, of course, hit the rail. If it didn't, it's ball in hand.
He cut the 2 a little bit. He just came in and hit ball first. You can see there, and always good to check. Why not?
Just rewind that, please.
If you know 9-ball pool, you kind of watch the reaction of the cue ball. If you would have went to the second rail before the 2, the cue ball would have came across kind of towards the 9, and there it went forward. Easy call.
Yeah, similar situation this afternoon was checked and no foul.
Yeah, it's good hit.
Again, no foul there. Including Ralph Suke, the 6 times World Masters champion. And of course this afternoon, Kyle Amoroto.
Yeah, that ball kind of hit a little heavy there. That needs to slow down a bit. Surprised he tried to come that much down. Probably not. Probably missed his speed. You know, you overcut the 6 a little too much to the pocket, gain a little cue ball speed. Well, he also had some tests from, you know, in some matches where he was a favorite again, a pretty substantial favorite, you might say, and pulled through on some pretty gutty kind of situations, especially after losing as a huge favorite there in the opener.
Yeah, I'll tell you about those matches when we come back after the break. What we know now is that Woodward is over a routine 9-ball to hit the front.
Skyler Woodward.
Last year's UK Open runner-up and the number 2 seed trails. Skyler Woodward recovering from the loss of the opening rack to lead 2-1. That's wonderful shot maker.
He's hitting a high ball. Now, this is interesting, just kind of getting the 7 up table. And did he get it enough? I'll tell you, this is close. You know, it's going to be thin and have some speed with the cue ball, but close to cuttable. Now, again, if you're going to play a safety, the snooker, very difficult to get. So you have to leave the 7, you know, out in the middle of the table, maybe on the side rail. I think he's shooting. He needs a little kill on the cue ball here. He's going to have to play a nice little rail first, it looks like. But to me, that was a little tougher speed control than the previous one he played safe on.
Coaxed it in with running side, and of course that's helped the cue ball widen to leave position on the 9.
Skyler Woodward wins the round.
The pride of Kentucky, now resident in Texas, leads Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 3-1.
Maybe a cross corner bank.
How fortunate is that?
Yeah, a little unfortunate on the snooker on the previous jump, just overran a little bit. Skyler should be okay here, though. A little check side on this and bring the cue ball 2 rails towards the purple. You got the black 8, the pink 4, even the 9 ball is a little covered. Just want to move the 3 a little bit, maybe a foot. No reason to end up short, though. I don't know if he cut him off completely. Looks like Lakutis is getting on the board there against Kopingyi.
Yeah, 9-ball in, that's confirmed.
This one's makeable in the side pocket with the 7 there. And I don't think that's 3 times in a short period of time that FSR has gotten to those, you know, the beeps the last 5 seconds of the shot clock. I don't think it's done them any favors. You know, the tight pockets are there, right? But the great conditions to where, like a shot like this, you can hold this coming over, not going to the rail, maybe get the pocket a little bigger for the 7. He's not putting much draw here. He's probably a little nervous as well. Very natural, but he's not showing it, in my opinion, quite like FSR.
Skyler Woodward.
That is 4 racks in succession for Skyler Woodward.
We'll see. Oh, one downfield and another one to come.
We talked about this earlier in the week. Some great titles of events in the USA. The list of Woodward victories, my personal favourite, the Music City Open in Nashville, Tennessee.
Watch out cue ball, but this could get scary for FSR. I'll tell you, Skyler has calmed it down. I don't know if you could tell. I could certainly tell. Much calmer with the swing there, and not a very loose cue ball. Did get a kiss right here by the green 6, but a good shot on the 2.
It will be interesting to see whether FSR has the cue ball cleaned here.
Yeah, and you know, I kind of feel the same way there. I mean, maybe it's just the audio we're getting, but certainly can't get that many kicks, right? But I didn't really see Skyler, you know, have any kind of excuse there of any sort. So, but man, what a big shot!
Extension, please.
Just to confirm, Ko Pin-Yi did take a 4-2 lead.
Now, of course, attacking, you would expect anyways, maybe an awkward bridge. I think the thing that's really bothering him is the speed, the comfortable speed to pocket the 2 really brings maybe the purple 5 and the green 6 in play, you know, kind of as a snooker for the red 3 ball. Easy to overcut this one. Sweet.
We talked yesterday during his comeback against Victor Zielinski how often the 2 ball is the friend of FSR.
And obviously he couldn't. It's very hard to win continually dry breaking, but that may have gotten him, you know, a little hiccup in his step at the moment.
Sanchez, Ruiz.
It didn't lead to the winning chance, but I think the shot that will gall Skyler Woodward most in that rack was the missed 2 to the middle.
Like I said, don't overthink it. Just roll up on the purple. Play the 1 to our left side of the brown 7. Looks like it lays real natural. Just make sure you get a rail with the 1 ball. Looks like he's going the other way. No, this is the shot. He's going on the pink, though. This is going to lead more of a jump. FSR again. There's a lot of great jumpers out there, but when the pressure's on, he's one of the best.
The extension, please.
On the precipice, he was waiting at the table hoping it might fall. Gust of wind might have taken that in.
Yeah, he felt like he got kind of robbed there, and I'll tell you, this 6 ball got in as big a manner, in a big way, blocking the 1 as you can get it. 1 very deep in that corner pocket.
Extension, please.
Into the same pocket.
Didn't seem the cleanest of contacts again there, and that entered the pocket thick.
This is another odd one going up and down the table.
Foul stroke.
What a gift.
Ball in hand.
What a turning point. What a blow for Woodward.
Please start the clock.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, it wasn't the 7 ball that was the issue. It was a simple 4 ball to the 5 that started him getting out of line here. You know, with the balls right in front of him as well.
Sanchez Ruiz wins the rack.
8 and 9. Absolutely a formality.
Wow, what a shot.
Talk about maximizing the opportunity.
It went a long ways, but you could tell how slowly it went up there. There was barely any angle. Got to dodge the side pocket here with the cue ball. If the 5 doesn't go to the upper right, he's got a real bad roll there. If it does go the upper right, he's got a great angle on the pink 4 to get there. Really sweet shot there on the 2. And just needs to stay off the rail. That way he can work the cue ball. Just little 2 rails with top and side here to the center of the table. Could come 1 rail at it, but most would go forward.
Exactly what Woodward needed.
Skyler Woodward.
Not just winning a rack 9, but playing a terrific rack. Some inventive shots there.
We'll see. Surprised he went forward with the cue ball there. Had to know the 6 was most likely going to come across and not really fall forward off the 8. Should be okay. Draw past the 9 here.
He almost cut out the middleman there. And I've just got a sneaking suspicion Skyler will pop this 9-ball.
Skyler Woodward.
It was a formality, wasn't it? Just as it was at 5-1, now it is at 7-3.
This is a funny shot as well. He's hitting awfully high on this cue ball, I tell you. Perfect speed.
Won the Bankpool Ring game at the Derby City Classic in 2019. The year he won the 9-ball there and the Master of the Table as well.
Extension, please.
Yeah, I was there for that, and it was a sweet win, and he played exceptional pool in the 9-ball the entire way. And I'll tell you, of course, the Derby City Classic kind of brought Bankpool back where it should be. It's a fantastic game to watch and even more fun game to play, but players like Skyler Woodward and Billy Thorpe, John Brumback, a bunch of others really brought the game back with how well they play it.
Yes, John's won the Banks pool at the Derby City Classic on more than one occasion, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the man to beat for about 5 or 6 years, it seemed like. That tournament will go down with a lot of talking about through the years. Wow. Is he truly one of the best with the jump cue when it matters the most? We're going to see it again. I mean, Feder Gorse is considered the best, but man, I've seen this guy make a lot of jumps in the last few years.
He was very animated there. I think when he realised the cue ball was going to flick off potentially in behind the 9.
getting the 8 here. So at the moment, it's in Skyler's hands.
Jump-wise, no matter your expertise and your strike rate, you can't keep going to the well.
Well, and it's just, you know, how it is. It's just a difficult shot. These players today have made it look so doable at times. It's amazing to me, really, but team. Let's let this go a little bit. This could serve something up. Maybe a little fortunate not to leave something on the 9. He definitely let him see the 3. I think so, anyways. Here's that banking prowess. We're about to see across side. I mean, it might have a little pace on it, Phil.
You called it, Jeremy. He did it. It's a cloudless sky tonight. Everything sunny.
Yeah, so far. And we talk about a lot of things. And anytime he says something about a bank shot, I said, well, that's up to you. You like it, you like it. It's going to get a little rub on the 9 here. Shouldn't be any problem. He can contain here, should get to the heel with a very commanding lead. That's perfect. And if you're trying to improve at your pool game, watch that little 4 to 5 inch bounce off the rail. Those are so key. Easy to forget about that. Land on the rail in a lot of kind of silly situations.
FSR in deep trouble.
Skyler Woodward.
Skyler Woodward. He likes banks more than Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid put together.
I'll tell you what, it's set up now for Sky Woodward. Heck of a shot there on the 2, no doubt. He's got to just push a little bit past the brown 7, it appears. Doesn't want to contact the brown 7 if he can avoid it. So probably a pretty light speed here. Oh. Didn't realize he could stun over for short side, Phil. And used every bit of the pocket doing it. That ball's been standing up most of the week.
Heart in mouth, eh? Heart in mouth.
He's in a great spot here. Looks like the 8 does pass the 9 in the right middle. He'd love to not use any more cushions for the cue ball here, Phil. Just a little stop, stop, stop. Probably hear a little roar here in a moment. Looks like Van Berkel's in a great spot on the 9 to take down the inaugural Jason Shaw Jr. Open.
How the youngster must be feeling, and how Skyler Woodward will be feeling in 3 pots time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jason Shaw, a father of 2 himself, I'm sure we'll have a junior champion come out of that family as well. But hats off to the juniors.
It's been one of the best performances I've seen from him for quite some time. Polar opposite for Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, who has gone out of the tournament by his standards meekly.
How would you describe him as a player, Carl, having watched him for all these years? Yeah, he's very steady, very good cue ball control. Not scared of going for the big shots as well. This looks like it could well be the perfect start. Doesn't seem that long ago when his older brother was playing Eklent Kaçi in that final of the Whirlpool Masters.
The three co-brothers spend so much time together at tournaments. Have you got to know them at all on any sort of personal level over the years?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we say hello and we have a bit of a laugh with Kopinyi. Their English isn't fantastic, but they're all genuinely nice guys, all three of them. I know they're very well liked on the circuit.
Always such a tonic to begin a big match in this fashion. Split very nicely for him off the break. And what has followed is nothing other than what we would have expected, really. So Chung leads Eklent Kaçi 1-0. And of course, in the end, the winner is the player who pots the 9-ball, no matter what has gone before.
Not as intended. It was a very difficult shot he was attempting. He was trying to play it super thin, get the 3 on the back rail and leave distance. So now this is a very good chance.
Jumped his way out of it, but didn't make the pot, and through one thing and another, here we are with Eklent Kaçi closing in on levelling at 1-all. That is job done. So round about this time tomorrow, we'll find out who has won this year's UK Open.
Somehow win that match, because if he doesn't, he will be kicking himself. What a mistake.
Foul strike.
And that break was also a mistake. Cue ball straight into the pocket.
Luke Hartos has done so well to turn around that match. He was trailing for some time. Of course, as we always say, when you've not achieved anything before, similar to what you're on the brink of achieving now, such a big psychological challenge to get those last few racks. So Kaci scratched on the break, and what followed looked fairly inevitable from there, really.
He's just, I think he's looking if he can try and bank the 2 up and down table. 2-ball comes past the 9. And keep the cue ball over on the top right hand side of the table. That looks like it's not the worst of options. Yeah, so Kaci's playing this shot. don't know if he played the pot, but the ball's gone in, so he stays at the table.
Kopin is also at the table, a few balls away from victory over Dimitris Loukatos, who, remember, had the great chance to go 9-7 up.
Extension called.
And if you're wondering what the extension is all about, 30-second shot clock, but you get to call one extension per rack.
Another good pot. Just potting the balls. Just keep going. Forget about the cue ball, Eklent. Just keep rolling them in.
Just a refusal to leave the table. It'll take you a long way. All of that in the year he turned 18.
Extension called.
Two players, I guess, who both made a big impact on the global game at a particularly early age and haven't quite gone on to achieve as much success since then as would have been hoped, but let's be fair about it, they've both had very good careers already.
That wasn't that far away from being a fantastic kick shot. Whenever you go off two rails, if you don't quite hit the ball how you want, it often just kind of ends up now leaving your opponent some sort of shot like this, a little thinner.
Extension called.
And there'd have been a lot of distance between these two balls. Now this is on the 50-yard line. He has potted some good balls in the opening 6 racks of this match, to be fair, so he will take this shot on. It's the speed he's got to play it, though. That's what scares you on this type of shot. Just a little bit scared of this cue ball. Maybe playing it into the top left for a scratch. I think he's going the other way. Yeah, he did go the other way. Missed a trick there because he can see the edge of this ball. If he'd have got the full ball snooker there, he'd have been in all kinds of trouble. But now I think he can play off the edge.
Extension called.
Leave distance. Oh, he's lost the 5 ball. He's hit it too fat. That's why it's gone near the corner pocket.
Yeah, and his reaction there was the reaction of a man who can feel this match slipping away from him. Looked like it was going to be very close running all the way. It was 2-all. Kaci is steadily easing his way into a very strong position here. I remember late one Friday evening last October in Atlantic City watching these two battle it out in that US Open quarter-final. Kaci had really gone into that match on such a high because he'd beaten Joshua Filler 10-1 in the previous round, and maybe this was going to be the time he won one of these big events. He looked so deflated to lose that one. But very different emotions now. He will be absolutely delighted with this. Patience and quality, the keys to sweeping him into a very commanding lead now. It's 6-2.
I think that's the shot he's going to attempt. Try and put the red ball. Oh, he's milked it. It was easy, he rolled it. Can only presume he was worried about controlling the 2-ball. Potted a lot of good balls in this match. He's going to need another good one here. Where the 2-ball is, he can afford to glance the left rail. The ball will still slide in. Good thing is if he pots it, he's on the pink 4. Oh, right in the middle, Michael.
Yeah, he just looks full of confidence, doesn't he? What do you think, Carl? Is that, to some extent at least, the result of having been frozen out so much for the last part of this match?
Yeah, and he was so worried about his cue ball control. The thing I was talking about Chung Ko's biggest strength in Nineball.
Extension call.
He was putting everything into that cue ball to make sure he didn't clatter another ball as he got away with one. Something's tight anyway, because Kaci would have been down and potted this ball, so maybe you can only see the edge or has to swerve it. Yeah, a little bit of a swerve. Got to be careful here. Sometimes the cue ball can go forward and scratch in the side. Chung Ko got away with one there. Made a mistake.
Well, he's doubly got away with it, hasn't he? Not only did he not leave a chance, he's got one of his own here. Didn't leave an easy chance, let's say. Combination, Carl?
I mean, on a personal note, I used to hate these. This is actually a horrible shot. I know you think the 9's near the pocket, over the pocket, but it's not. This is nasty. Looks easy, doesn't it, there?
To win his first rack in 6. Job done.
So he can't get back down table. He's got to leave the cue ball in the centre and try and leave a thin cut on the red 3. He's got to make sure he comes past the purple ball as well. Got past the purple ball as well. Oh, he's done well there. What a shot. Shot of the match for me right there from Chung Ko. Trying to stay alive in this quarter-final.
Eklent, your choice.
So how do you think he's seen that one, Carl?
Yeah, he's left enough of the ball to maybe bank it back up the table and then use the green, the brown and the 9-ball as a blocker, but you've got to get the cue ball out the way. You don't want a double kiss. Double kiss is where
Eklent,
after you've hit the 2, cue ball comes off a rail and hits the 2 again. That would keep both balls down at the bottom end of the table.
I think there might have been a bit of a feeling after the Lord Mayor's show about this match, after the astonishing 10-3 win for Skyler Woodward over Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. But those who have stayed late into this London evening and watching an excellent contest here, which has suddenly come to life again just when it looked as though Kaci might be disappearing over the hill.
Extension called.
Kaci's putting back in. Let's see what plans. Well, he would like that shot back. That was arguably the worst shot we've seen this week.
And we were talking about the turning point that perhaps turned it around and sparked the recovery. Maybe this is going to be the juncture in which Kaci starts to take control again. What a chance he's got here.
Can't help but think Chung missed a trick in rack 13 here. Much to the delight of Eklent Kaçi, who looks like he's going to just become 2 away from winning this quarter-final match.
Yeah, and the way he's been breaking of late, it's significant that he's now got the break back. 2 away, as you say, Carl.
Kaci wins.
Just looking in the distance of this arena here at the Copper Box. 4 practice tables over to our left from where we're sat, and Kaci, oh, Kaci, just as us talking about the practice tables, that is a big, big miss. The table layout Kaci had off the break was easy. Look at this one, fired it into the bottom rail, and it hit the top point.
Perhaps another significant miss on the 3 into that side pocket. Filler, just to remind you, looking to go back-to-back after winning here last year.
Wow, what a shot. Look at the cue ball tight up against the purple. That was all about cue ball there. Had to get this one right, because if you look where the 2 ball finishes, it was always going near a pocket. Expecting to hit this ball. Here we go, he can slide around the back of it though. Is he going 1 rail straight into the ball trying to pot it, or is he going to go 2 rails and kick it up towards the top of the table? He's going 1 and he's potted it! Chung with a beauty!
Maybe that's the shot of the match so far. That miss from Kaci. Previous rack on the 3. Starting to look more and more costly. And then Chung steadily played his way back into the match. Got it back to 7-5. Kaci reasserted himself for 8-5. Should have led 9-5. Got pulled back to 8-7. Oh, and just when it looked as though it was over, those words I uttered a few moments ago about not writing off this match as a contest just yet have proved unbelievably prophetic.
Extension cool.
Carl, what can you say about that?
Just twitched the 9-ball. He's twitched match ball. So reliable under pressure for his potting skills. Look at this one. The easiest match ball he has ever missed
Cool, please.
in his life. Big shot coming up though. Because look where the cue ball's finished. Oh, this is nasty because I don't even know if you can avoid the scratch. This is so difficult to stay in the match. Well, Eklent Kaçi, it is your lucky day. You have got away with one here, my boy. You really have.
Oh, how he would have been haunted by that 9 for such a long time. Chung left to smile. Nothing else he can do because he's left a simple 9-ball for Eklent Kaçi to finish a wonderful match.